Well, hello everybody, and welcome. Thanks for watching. Today's topic, last night I went to see The Cure play at the Hollywood Bowl, and just want to share the experience with you, how it was for me. I'd never seen The Cure, but I've been a fan since their music first hit our shores, all the way back, first records. So I love them. Um, but I'll give you a quick secret. I prefer their introspective, dark, melancholy period songs. I like those more than the happy-go-lucky songs. So when I went to the show, I was secretly hoping that they'll play more of that part of their library. Anyway, I'll tell you how that played out. But I'll bet people are uploading it on YouTube. People are uploading videos of the Hollywood Bowl, and I'll tell you what, even though I was at the show, I want to see the videos because I was pretty far. I was pretty far away, and Robert Smith was like this big. And so, and the visuals of the band really didn't help that much. There's bits about that. But so let's hear about it, right? First of all, I went to see them at the Hollywood Bowl. I haven't been to the Bowl since the Stones played there. And I've sat all around, but I've sat all around, even the Stones. I got to be at the feet of Keith Richards in his little solo part. So I've been to all the parts of the Hollywood Bowl. But this is the first time that I sat. See that Rolling Stones tongue? I sat above it. Okay, and the band was over here where I'm at. I was in the furthest 3 rows back that you could be. But you know what? Beautiful venue. Doesn't matter. The view, wonderful. You see the Hollywood Hills. You can even see the sign, the Hollywood sign. And you're in a canyon, so it's just beautiful, man. You got the sky open above you. It was The Cure brought their British weather with them. It was perfect, May gloom and gray, perfect weather, really, for The Cure. Who wants sunny Malibu? The Cure are coming to play. And so it was dark and dreary all day. And I was getting the vibe because I was like, this is great. Robert Smith commented on it. I was curious what kind of frontman would he be, and maybe we'll just transition over to the kind of frontman Robert Smith is for those of you who maybe never seen them like me. But anyway, he commented on the weather. He says he doesn't comment a lot, but when he does, it's often touching and it's poignant and funny and so on. So very good frontman along that way. As far as audience interaction goes, only spoke to us a few times, but it was fun when he did. And one of the times that he did, he mentioned, he said, go see sunny California or sunny Los Angeles. And he said, so we bought into it and we came. And what the fuck is this? Because the weather was like, psh. Anyway, as a frontman, he's good. The Cure as a performing act, they're not real animated, and there's not a lot going on in terms of, watch them. So they had a very interesting perspective. As I say, I was far back, right? So I could see really huge panoramic view. And from our perspective, the seats were dead center. So that was great. I had that going for it. And looking at the stage show, a lot of times they were backlit so much that you just couldn't even see them because we were already so far, right, that they were this big. But they backlit them so much that sometimes they're just silhouettes. And even that, you're lucky to get a silhouette. And they had camera shots set up on the sides, so it was kind of interesting because it was like you were getting different shows because the camera views gave you different views of the band. And so that was interesting because I could see both. And sometimes I wondered if they thought, if you're looking at them at the stage, that backlighting had to be on purpose, right? You know, they gotta know. And I thought, you know, I think it was a thing about the music, focus on the music, because they did that a lot in their long introspective songs. And I think it was about like, it's about the music, you know, don't focus on the people on stage making it. As far as musicianship goes, it was fantastic, better than awesome, better than I could have hoped. Just the sound in the Hollywood Bowl is, you know, come on, it's acoustics. It's natural acoustics at their finest. There was even like a little note about it is that if you tilted your head just right, you could hear the drums kind of echoing off the canyon walls. And that was kind of nice. That was neat, you know. And just, yeah, they played so well. Their music relies so much on layered guitars that are doing all different things but harmonizing, right? The guitars are harmonizing in a way. And man, they just did that. They recreated their sound so well. Fantastic. So they were great on that. Fashion at the concert. Quick fashion note. All the girls, it seems, are wearing these big, giant Frankenstein platforms that are like this high. But they're like big bricks, like they're walking on big concrete bricks, you know. Some look better than others. But that was a big fashion thing. I saw English Beat bag somebody had, and that was pretty cool. I should have asked if it was vintage, you know, from way back, but I noticed that the old English Beat, little skankster girl, you know, and so that was pretty cool. And I saw this guy also, and I talked with him a little bit. He had a homemade leather jacket, not the leather jacket homemade, but done yourself studs. He told me that he put all the studs, so it's all like lined in studs, you know, in this black leather jacket. And on the back was hand painted the Exploited with the dude with the big with the big mohawk like this. It was really cool. So I had to ask him, hey, is that homemade? You make it? So yeah, that guy made it himself. He did the custom paint himself, and he put all the studs in himself. So he said it's ongoing work. You know, it's a very cool jacket. So that was a note on fashion. Let's see, the venue itself, as I said, great. Even if you sit in the back, it's like one of the best spots anyway. There's really not a bad seat in the house because the acoustics are great and the view is wonderful from way back there. I couldn't knock it at all. They played for a long time. They played for nearly 3 hours. These people sitting in front of us, like about 6 people in the row in front, when they got to close the end of the show, which made people think it was the end of the show, which really turned out to be maybe only the first half, like a halftime. But when they closed it, people were splitting on that song like, you know, like we're going to beat the traffic. Let's go. They are the equivalent of the people who are the brake lights on the Gibson home run that you see the parking lot brake lights in the background. Because those people split Hollywood Bowl early. And Robert Smith and The Cure kept going for another like hour and a half after that. They played nearly 3 hours, just like 10 minutes shy of 3 hours. I couldn't believe it. And extra credit goes to them because he mentioned, and one of the few times, like I said, that he talked to us, he mentioned that they're all fighting the bug, what he called the bug. I'm guess a cold or maybe COVID. But he said, we're all at various stages of the bug. You know, he said, I think I'm patient 0, though. Said I'm usually that. And then that was before a spider had us for dinner tonight. That was part of the intro right into that song. But anyway, the fact that they were all at varying stages of being sick, which, you know, was a props. Because I don't know if I would have played 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? If I was sick, fucking COVID, I had that. I'm not playing a 3-hour concert, you know? So, anyway, so that's how great that was. A library, what they played, last couple notes for you guys. Library that they drew from, extensive. I mean, they played all the way back. They played, you know, forest between the trees, you know. They played every hit almost that you could think of, and they played very deep cuts. And they pulled out songs that they said they hadn't played. They almost never play. And then another one said, like, you know, we haven't played this in like forever. First time in I don't know when. 6 Different Ways, I think, was that song. And then More Than a Few. Deep Blue Sea, Under the Deep Green Sea, they played. And he mentioned they rarely play that one. So we had about 5 songs where he mentioned we rarely play this, but we're going to play it. And they played a half a dozen new songs for an upcoming Cure album. Now, let me tell you, if you're a Cure fan, this album, 9 times out of 10, when the band, you're at the concert, they go, this is a new cut. 9 times out of 10, you're like, head time, go get a beer, whatever. Not the Cure. When they say this is a new cut, it doesn't matter because it's just as beautiful and wonderful as all the cuts that had come before in the years before. So this new album, they played about 5 cuts off of it, and all of those I heard were awesome. One of them he played, he said, was for his brother, and the lyrics, I just want to say, man, his lyrics, so hard-hitting. I'm not going to spoil anything about that song about his brother, but yeah, his lyrics on those new songs were just still, he still knows how to punch, you know. So, fantastic. I could probably keep going and tell you more things about the show, but I just want to say thank you, Cure. And also I want to say thank you, Robert Smith, for, man, those tickets, $25. Where can you see a band at the par excellence of the Cure and pay $25 and have Robert Smith fight for you to even get some of your fees back from Ticketmaster? So double right on. And then they played 3 hours, and they were wonderful musicians. And boy, can't say enough about how good that show was. I want to see them again tonight. That's how good it was. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for sticking with me. We'll see you later. Peace.